got some business to take care of. See you later.
Women.
I hate to break it out to you, but Salazar's dead.
Yes, it seems that way.
Sadler, why don't you give up and let Ashley go home?
Perhaps you are disillusioned with overconfidence, just because you killed my small-time subordinate.
Sadler, you're small time.
Oh. Writhe in my cage of torment, my friend.
Welcome each and every one of you to episode number 23 of my run through Resident Evil 4. So last episode we killed Salazar in a really anticlimactic way. I was prepared for that kill long ago. He had basically no chance of survive this. Well, he basically generally doesn't have a chance to survive this, because if he kills you, you can just start over again until you get him. Yeah. So now we're at the third and last segment of the game, the island. I think, especially for casual gaming, the island is basically the hardest part of the game. Not necessarily because of level design. I think the level design is the most interesting and challenging in the castle segment. Also, I think the castle segment is generally the biggest part. But the enemies are really hard in this segment, so that yeah, you will see that. Also, what I wanted to mention is this part is really special, especially if you think about speedrunning, at least, because you can somehow drop down in some special manner. So there's like a out of bounds glitch, and then you can skip a good part, a big part of the game. You can just oh, we can hear Ashley. You can just skip a big part of this game. This whole segment of the game that you will notice now will be skipped then. So, I'm actually not sure if those flashlights do anything, but I think I never went here without destroying them. Seeing those things makes me uncomfortable. So we just get to see a new type of enemy. Oh, shit. I hear it. Okay. And I just walked into the... So these guys are a little bit... you can compare them with the chainsaw guys. They don't have a one-shot attack with the chainsaw guys, which makes them, if you ask me, a little bit less scary. But actually, as an enemy, they are way harder because... yeah, they have range attacks, and the chainsaws, yeah, you can just make them fall on the ground by using a shotgun, and if necessary, you can just run away from them infinitely. These guys are different because they have range attacks, which, yeah, I don't think that I have to explain anything about that. They just shoot at you. So now, after I killed this guy, a bunch of normal enemies just spawned here. Okay, I think I heard someone doing the grunt noise that they do if they try to hit you, so maybe I just get hit now. Oh, no, I think he threw something. That guy right there threw something. So the enemies in this part of the game are more of a military type guy. Oh shit. I think someone threw something at me. Maybe I should go somewhere where I think I know what I do. I go here and take the ladder up here because up here most of the enemies won't be able to reach me with their range attacks, and I could basically just sit here all day and hit them while they try to come up. They sure are. I think I'm going to throw a grenade down there. I think it's going to be a fire grenade. Because I don't want to waste too much time with the knifing them all over again. This should have done most of the work. Yeah, that guy's dead. Swarm as well. No, he lives. See that? I think I'm going to go down here now. Good thing they have this weird animation where they just don't do a full swing. Oh shit! There's a guy throwing stuff at me. I don't like. Let's see. That's that guy that throws stuff at me. That guy. Okay, I got that guy. Now there's a guy with a crossbow. He's up there. Oh, what the fuck? So many enemies up there. I think I'm going to use this thing right now. Okay, I think I hit that guy while he was falling down. Yeah. So, usually you also can just skip this whole part. And, not really skip, yeah, you can skip it with... Oh, shit. That's not good. That was close. Why did that guy jump down? But you also can just not fight these guys, but instead solve the puzzle that this place has. So what you have to do here is, first of all, you have to go there and interact with the door. And now there's this laser, and you have to reflect the laser with the mirrors so that it connects with this plate. It's not like a riddle that is hard to solve by any means. The difficulty comes with the enemies, because I think it is intended in the way that... Sorry if you hear the sirens outside right now. I think I mentioned it before in some videos. I live really close to the center of the city where I live, and I also live really close to a hospital, so there are sirens. There are pretty often sirens to hear outside. Yeah. So what I wanted to say is this puzzle isn't hard to solve by any means. It's not like a hard puzzle, but the difficulty comes with the enemies, because I think it is intended in the way that you solve this puzzle while these enemies are spawning and trying to kill you. So basically what you have the choice to kill all the enemies, which is the choice I always take. The second option would be kill no enemies and just rush this thing. In that case, you have this crazy Gatling guy at your ass like all the time. Or you kill the Gatling guy and then you have the normal goons spawning that try to get you, and they can be pretty annoying as well. My preferred choice is obviously to kill all the enemies. Yeah. So now we are here. So shotgun ammunition. And quick time event. Ah shit. I missed that guy. I'm getting hit way too often right now. Okay. I need to do like that. Yeah, also the game tends to spawn more enemies with parasites as you progress through the game, so the later it is in the game, the more parasite enemies you will have. So yeah, this is I just reached like the point where the skip ends, the skip I talked about that speedrunners use. So they can do about out of bounds glitch and reach this ladder and get up here without doing the whole thing with the little puzzle. Here's an enemy. Usually you are able to hit him in the face, jump over and kick him if you're fast. Like that, you basically just save one bullet, because if you don't make it, you can just hit him, jump over and shoot him again in the face. Jump over. So this part is kinda tricky. Well, it's not tricky, but just hard. Because here we have a lot of enemies that throw dynamite at you. And I think some guys with low rocket launchers as well. Excuse me. So, I like the design of these guys. With their like yellow one-piece and the gas masks. I think they look really cool. Also, they are like enemies that you usually like to see, because in this part of the game, a lot of enemies have wear masks and stuff like that, and sometimes it's hard to see if they wear just a bandana on their face, or if they actually have this armor mask. Because here, like enemies, they with the masks that act similar to the skull heads of the guys in the guys in the castle, which has like armor, so you can't damage them by hitting the head. And sometimes it's hard to see if an enemy just wears a mask that is just decorative or that has armor, and the guys with those guys with those yellow one pieces and the gas masks, they never have armor, so you can just shoot them in the face without worrying about armor. Also, in this part of the game, there are some enemies with other armor parts that protect some parts of their bodies as well. And one funny thing I want to point out here is this trap. It doesn't do anything. You can't jump in there, even if you want to. Yeah. So now we get to the part that can be really obnoxious, that can kill you off pretty easy. So you hear some guys with like I would like to destroy them. Let's see, can I hit it with the sniper rifle? About the edge of that thing. I don't want to get blinded. Nah, I can't. So, here like a bunch of enemies. So you saw that helmet wasn't protecting them at all, but it looked really like a helmet that would maybe protect someone. So that was a grenade launcher, a rocket launcher. So that is the protective armor. And I got here with this pretty easy. But there's also a bunch of enemies that will spawn here now. And there's a oh shit! Didn't thought about that guy. Yeah, there's like a little trick that you can pull off here. I think I'm going to take out the shotgun for that, because what you can do here is here's a bunch of enemies that will spawn. They absolutely stunned off me right there. That was disgusting. Damn. Okay, I have to pull out the shotgun earlier next time. So, what you want to do there, or maybe want to do there, is you can just run past most of the enemies, hit them sometimes so you don't get screwed over like I just did. And there's like maybe you remember this earlier in the game, in the first segment of the game actually, when you exit the church where we found Ashley the first time. There's like a dragon with some stuff in it that can burn. And there you can see the parasites are randomized, because last time this guy didn't have a parasite. So one of those wagons that if you shoot them start to burn and then roll over the place. One of them is right at the exit of this area. So the part where I went up to is completely optional. You just get a little bit of treasures and stuff like that there, a little bit of items. So obviously I want them. So there are some enemies in the way, but as you go up there, there will be a group of enemies spawning downwards that will try to run up to you and stop you from getting down after you got the items. So, but you can jump down to skip a part of the way that you would have to go there, and then you can run up to the wagon, and usually all the enemies should try to follow you at that point. And as they do that, oh shit! Oh, that was so close. The guy with the rocket launcher just hit me. Oh fuck, man. Now you can see why this part is really hard. Okay, I was really stupid. I thought about hitting this guy first, but I thought, hey, I do the explosion thing, and like that I can kill him together with the other guy. I think that... Oh, there's another guy that throws explosives. I don't know how that guy died last time. I think he maybe just killed himself. Yeah, last time this went really smooth, this time not so smooth. I'm just reloading this weapon for a moment. Now I'm going up. So... Oh. I don't know. Usually here should be... That was close. So, this is what I want to do. Now I'm going here. Do wait a moment. Okay, I should have waited a little bit more, I guess. But it's okay. Killed most of them. I think there's just another one of those guys. Yeah, I hear this. Oh, yeah, there's this guy. Okay, and down there's another one. That should get that guy off. Did I hear another guy dropping down or something? No, I don't think so. Let me reload my weapon real quick. And I'm going to swap to this one again. And there we have our merchant.
Welcome.
Right, that guy. So, I'm just selling stuff now.
What are you selling?
Not too much, I guess, but a little bit. Found some stuff. So we need the ammo. We can sell the ammo.
Thank you.
That was it, because obviously this guy needs 3
What are you buying?
items to
Is that Thank you.
complete it. So now we can buy the Killer 7, the Killer 7. The Killer 7 is the second Magnum. As far as I know, I'm not completely sure about this, but the Killer 7 is basically a better version of the Broken Butterfly, but not if you reach the exclusive tuning. So the Killer 7 got, as you can see, way more firepower at the first level, but you can upgrade the Broken Butterfly as firepower a little bit more often than the Killer 7. The reload timer is way higher on the Broken Butterfly, and if you have both full, they are kinda equal. But the Killer 7 reloads faster and got a little bit more ammunition. The thing with the Broken Butterfly is you can get you still get exclusive tuning on both of them, and as far as I know, the Broken Butterfly got a stronger exclusive tuning, boosting the damage like crazy. So in the end, the Broken Butterfly does more damage. But I'm not 100% positive on that one. If you want, you can correct me if
What are
I'm
you
wrong.
buying?
Oh, firepower upgrade.
Thank you.
I'm just saving the rest of the money for now. And that was it for this episode. I'm going to save at this point, and I'm going to see you in the next episode. Bye.